Law 1. The harder the climb, the better the view at the top. Law 2. Survival isn't about strength, but adaptability. Law 3. Time spent sharpening your tools is never wasted. Law 4. Effort may go unnoticed, but results never will. Law 5. Those who start before they're ready get ahead faster. Law 6. The seed grows in silence, so does your potential. Law 7. Work silently. Let success shout. Law 8. Every setback is a slingshot pulling you towards growth. Law 9. Hustle in the shadows, shine in the light. Law 10. The small daily grind builds empires over time. Law 11. The only thing constant in life is change embracey. Law 12. The grind may tire the body, but it sharpens the mind. Law 13. Failure is the tuition you pay for success. Law 14. Consistency outlasts talent every time. Law 15. Life rewards those who outlast discomfort. Law 16. Dreams stay dreams until they meet discipline. Law 17. Every leap of faith makes your wings stronger. Law 18. The biggest risk is never taking one. Law 19. The wise know when to rest and when to charge. Law 20. Your work is your signature. Make sure it's remarkable. Law 21. Progress is progress, no matter how slow. Law 22. The journey shapes you more than the destination. Law 23. Success is built on layers of small wins. Law 24. Resilience turns obstacles into stepping stones. Law 25. The quietest moments often yield the loudest breakthroughs. Law 26. Fear only has power if you give it attention. Law 27. Every great leap starts with a small step. Law 28. The fire that burns you also forges you. Law 29. You don't find purpose, you build it. Law 30. Fortune favors those who act, not those who wait. Law 31. Hardships introduce you to your hidden strength. Law 32. A problem is simply an opportunity in disguise. Law 33. Those who walk through fire emerge unbreakable. Law 34. Success is rented, and the rent is due daily. Law 35. Don't wish for easy days. Wish for strength to handle hard ones. Law 36. Great things come to those who don't stop when they're tired. Law 37. Your effort determines your altitude. Law 38. Wisdom grows when you embrace failure as a teacher. Law 39. Every closed door leads you to the right one. Law 40. Mastery is the result of persistent curiosity. Law 41. Struggle is the soil where strength is grown. Law 42. The roots grow deep before the tree grows tall. Law 43. Consistency turns dreams into realities. Law 44. Effort today shapes opportunity tomorrow. Law 45. Growth begins where comfort ends. Law 46. The grind builds resilience, the rest builds perspective. Law 47. You can't rush greatness, but you can nurture it daily. Law 48. Those who dare to lose sight of the shore discover new lands. Law 49. The mind is your greatest tool. Sharpen it daily. Law 50. Victory favors those who persist when others quit. Law 51. Vision without action is just a dream. Law 52. Sweat is the currency of progress. Law 53. You rise by lifting others along the way. Law 54. The greatest victories happen in the mind before they happen in life. Law 55. Where focus goes, energy flows. Law 56. Clarity comes through action, not thought. Law 57. The road to success is paved with discipline. Law 58. The pursuit of mastery never ends. Law 59. Struggles are temporary. Growth is permanent. Law 60. Those who adapt fastest survive longest. Law 61. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Law 62. Every expert was once a beginner who refused to give up. Law 63. The most valuable lessons are learned in the toughest times. Law 64. Hope is the anchor in the storm of uncertainty. Law 65. Opportunities are often disguised as hard work. Law 66. Time invested in yourself pays the highest interest. Law 67. The path to success is rarely a straight line. Law 68. Learning is a treasure that follows its owner everywhere. Law 69. The most profound transformations come from within. Law 70. Silence the doubts, amplify the dreams. Law 71. IT is not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise. Law 72. Change is the only constant. Embrace it and thrive. Law 73. Trust the process, even when the outcome is uncertain. Law 74. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Law 75. Your mindset is the architect of your destiny. Law 76. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Law 77. Challenges are simply opportunities waiting for solutions. Law 78. Every small action contributes to the larger vision. Law 79. What you focus on expands. Focus on growth. Law 80. The climb is hard, but the view is worth every step. Law 81. Patience is not passive. It's a fierce commitment to your goals. Law 82. The journey is just as important as the destination. Law 83. Great achievements start with a clear vision. Law 84. Learning to pivot is essential for survival. Law 85. Your failures are stepping stones to your success. Law 86. Every day is a new chance to rewrite your story. Law 87. The most powerful stories are those written with authenticity. Law 88. Your effort is the bridge between dreams and reality. Law 89. Inspiration often strikes in the midst of action. Law 90. The greatest limitations are often Law 91. Fear is a compass pointing you toward growth. Law 92. Building resilience is like building muscle. It takes consistent effort. Law 93. Behind every success is a story of persistence. Law 94. Trust the timing of your life. Everything unfolds as it should. Law 95. The mind is a garden. What you plant determines what you harvest. Law 96. Your perspective shapes your reality. Law 97. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Law 98. A life without challenges is a life without growth. Law 99. Every moment spent complaining is a moment lost to progress. Law 100. You have the power to rewrite your narrative at any time. Law 101. Courage is the fuel that drives you through adversity. Law 102. Your legacy is built on the impact you leave behind. Law 103. When the world says give up, hope whispers, try one more time. Law 104. The fear of failure is often greater than the failure itself. Law 105. Consistent small efforts lead to extraordinary results. Law 116. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove your resilience. Law 107. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you. Law 108. Your attitude determines your altitude in life. Law 109. Success is a journey, not a destination. Law 110. The only limits that exist are the ones you set for yourself. Law 111. Change begins at the end of your comfort zone. Law 112. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Law 113. Invest in yourself. It pays the best dividends. Law 114. Every sunrise is a new opportunity to shine. Law 115. Your setbacks pave the way for your greatest comebacks. Law 116. Let your passion fuel your perseverance. Law 117. Kindness is the greatest investment you can make. Law 180. Ingratitude turns what we have into enough. Law 119. The magic happens outside of your comfort zone. Law 120. Every ending is a new beginning waiting to unfold. Law 121. Consistency is the secret ingredient to achieving greatness. Law 122. Trust your instincts. They often guide you to your truth. Law 123. In the midst of chaos, find your center. Law 124. The road to success is paved with determination. Law 125. Your potential is limitless. Don't let anyone define it. Law 126. Every moment is a chance to change your life. Law 127. Your comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Law 128. Embrace the journey. It shapes your character. Law 129. The strongest trees weather the fiercest storms. Law 130. Vision without execution is merely a hallucination. Law 131. Setbacks are simply setups for comebacks. Law 132. Believe in your ability to create change. Law 133. Embrace failure as a vital part of the learning process. Law 134. The only way to predict the future is to create it. Law 135. Your mindset is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Law 136. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Law 137. Don't just exist. Live with purpose. Law 138. True strength is in vulnerability and authenticity. Law 139. A positive mindset transforms challenges into opportunities. Law 140. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. Law 141. The courage to continue is what counts. Law 142. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Law 143. Your greatest asset is your mindset. Nurture it. Law 144. The best view comes after the hardest climb. Law 145. Life rewards action, not intention. Law 146. The darkness of failure is the canvas of success. Law 147. Your scars are proof of your strength and resilience. Law 148. Passion fuels persistence. Let it guide you. Law 149. Learn to dance in the rain. It's part of the journey. Law 150. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Law 151. The key to success is to start before you're ready. Law 152. Resilience is not just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward. Law 153. When you stop learning, you stop growing. Law 154. Your thoughts shape your reality. Think wisely. Law 155. True success is finding joy in the journey. Law 156. Embrace uncertainty. It's where opportunity lies. Law 157. You are the author of your own story. Write it boldly. Law 158. The only constant is change. Embrace it fully. Law 159. What you allow is what will continue. Set your boundaries. Law 160. Every day is a new canvas. Paint it with intention. Law 161. Authenticity attracts opportunities. Be true to yourself. Law 162. The road less traveled often leads to the greatest adventures. Law 163. You can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Law 164. Your discomfort today is your strength tomorrow. Law 165. Imagination is the first step toward realization. Law 166. Every failure is a lesson dressed in disguise. Law 167. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Law 168. Greatness requires sacrifice. Choose wisely what you give up. Law 169. Take risks. If you win, you will be happy. If you lose, you will be wise. Law 170. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is ask for help. Law 171. Your limitations are only as real as you make them. Law 172. Build a life you don't need a vacation from. Law 173. Find joy in the ordinary. It's where happiness often hides. Law 174. Challenges are invitations to rise above. Law 175. Focus on progress, not perfection. Law 176. Dreams require action to become a reality. Law 177. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Law 178. Success is often the result of many small efforts, repeated consistently. Law 179. Your purpose is the compass guiding your journey. Law 180. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Law 181. The light at the end of the tunnel is worth the journey. Law 182. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Law 183. The strongest trees endure the toughest storms. Law 184. Be the energy you want to attract. Law 185. EACH. Step you take is a step toward your future. Law 186. Success is a mindset. Cultivate it daily. Law 187. Embrace your uniqueness. It's your greatest asset. Law 188. Perseverance is the mother of success. Law 189. Happiness is not found. It's created. Law 190. Every experience is a lesson. Embrace the teachings. Law 191. The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. Law 192. Trust the process. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Law 193. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others.
Law 194. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Surround yourself with positivity.
Law 195. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Law 196. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Law 197. Create a life you love. It's never too late. Law 198. Your potential is endless. Don't limit yourself. Law 199. Stay curious. It's the key to lifelong learning. Law 200. Every great achievement starts with the decision to try. Law 211. In the face of adversity, your character is forged. Law 202. Take action. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Law 203. Your persistence today shapes your success tomorrow. Law 204. Don't fear the unknown. It's where growth happens. Law 205. The more you give, the more you grow. Law 26. Your passion is your compass. Follow it fearlessly. Law 27. The greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. Law 208. Every new challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Law 29. What you tolerate today becomes your norm tomorrow. Law 210. Your choices today create your reality tomorrow. Law 211. Don't wait for opportunity. Create it. Law 212. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Law 213. The harder the battle, the stronger you become. Law 214. Growth begins the moment you step outside your comfort zone. Law 215. Focus on solutions, not problems. Law 216. Your mindset is the key to unlocking your potential. Law 217. Set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. Law 218. Challenges are temporary, though growth is permanent. Law 219. IT is not about what you achieve. It's about who you become in the process. Law 220. The only thing standing between you and your goals is the story you keep telling yourself. Law 221. What you believe, you become. Law 222. Every failure carries the seed of a future success. Law 223. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Law 224. Progress happens when excuses stop. Law 225. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Law 226. The most difficult roads often lead to the most beautiful destinations. Law 227. Success is found outside the boundaries of comfort. Law 228. The best lessons come from the hardest experiences. Law 229. Your response to adversity defines your future. Law 230. Every end is a new beginning in disguise. Law 231. The more you learn, the more you earn. Law 232. Your strength lies in your persistence, not in your ease. Law 233. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Law 234. You are stronger than your challenges. Keep going. Law 235. What you do consistently defines who you become. Law 236. The greatest wealth is not measured in money, but in experiences. Law 237. The moment you decide, the universe moves in your favor. Law 238. You miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take. Law 239. Embrace change, for it is the only constant in life. Law 240. The size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. Law 241. Success is the result of preparation meeting opportunity. Law 242. Every decision shapes the story of your life. Law 243. Great things never come from comfort zones. Law 244. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Law 245. Focus on what you want, not on what you fear. Law 246. Consistency is the heartbeat of progress. Law 247. The more you push your limits, the more they expand. Law 248. Dreams don't work unless you do. Law 249. Life rewards those who take action, not those who wait. Law 250. Success is a journey of learning, not a destination. Law 251. The road to mastery is paved with repetition. Law 252. Your future depends on what you do today. Law 253. There is no failure, only feedback. Law 254. The biggest obstacle to success is self. Law 255. You get what you focus on, so focus wisely. Law 256. The harder you work for something, the greater the reward. Law 257. Success requires discipline, not just desire. Law 258. Fear is a mile wide, but only an inch deep. Face it. Law 259. Every day is an opportunity to improve yourself. Law 260. Your mindset is the seed from which success grows. Law 261. You are one decision away from a completely different life. Law 262. Patience in the process brings power in the result. Law 263. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Law 264. Success is not in what you have, but in who you become. Law 265. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth in disguise. Law 266. Small actions, repeated daily, lead to massive results. Law 267. IT is not the load that breaks you, but how you carry it. Law 268. Your future is shaped by the habits you form today. Law 269. Passion fuels persistence, and persistence fuels success. Law 270. Your greatest strength comes from overcoming your greatest challenges. Law 271. The more risks you take, the fewer regrets you'll have. Law 272. True success is measured by how many lives you positively impact. Law 273. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Law 274. Every moment is a chance to turn it all around. Law 275. The path to success is often the one least traveled. Law 276. Your journey is unique. Embrace every step of it. Law 277. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. Law 278. The strongest foundation is built through adversity. Law 279. Take the first step, even if you can't see the whole staircase. Law 280. The most valuable currency is time. Spend it wisely. Law 281. What you resist persists. Face it, and it will pass. Law 282. Success isn't about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Law 283. Challenges don't block the path. They are the path. Law 284. What you think, you become. So think big. Law 285. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect. Law 286. The only true limits are those you set for yourself. Law 287. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Law 288. Every small step forward is progress, no matter how small it seems. Law 289. The journey is long, but the rewards are worth it. Law 290. You're always one choice away from changing your life. Law 291. Be patient with your progress. Great things take time. Law 292. Your mind is a garden. Cultivate it wisely. Law 293. Great achievements come from great efforts. LAW 294. Don't fear failure. Fear being in the same place next year. Law 295. Your strength lies in your ability to adapt and evolve. Law 296. What you give your energy to will grow. Law 297. Your life is shaped by what you do daily, not occasionally. Law 298. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Law 299. If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. Law 300. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. Law 301. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. Law 302. The power to change your life lies in the choices you make every day. Law 303. The path to success is rarely straight. Brace the detours. Law 304. What you allow is what will continue. Law 305. Your potential is only limited by your mindset. Law 36. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Law 37. Focus on the possibilities, not the problems. Law 308. Success is found in your daily habits, not occasional bursts of effort. Law 309. When you change your perspective, you change your reality. Law 310. Your inner strength grows when you learn to trust yourself. Law 311. Your dreams are only as real as the actions you take. Law 312. Don't wait for the right moment. Create it. Law 313. The power to change your life begins with one simple decision. Law 314. What you do today will determine where you are tomorrow. Law 315. The road to success is built with the bricks of discipline. Law 316. True freedom is found in discipline, not in shortcuts. Law 317. Don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to build something better. Law 318. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Law 319. You can't change the past, but you can shape the future. Law 320. The harder the struggle, the more glorious the triumph. Law 321. Every step you take is a step closer to your dreams. Law 322. Stay focused on your goals. Distractions are just obstacles. Law 323. Life rewards those who are willing to take risks. Law 324. Growth begins where comfort ends. Law 325. Every problem is an opportunity to grow and learn. Law 326. The road may be long, but persistence shortens the journey. Law 327. Don't let fear of failure keep you from trying. Law 328. Progress doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. Law 329. Success is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. Law 330. What you do repeatedly is what you become. Law 331. Life is too short to live someone else's dream. Law 332. The only true failure is giving up. Law 333. Each day is a new opportunity to move closer to your goals. Law 334. The only limit to your success is your belief in what's possible. Law 335. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. Law 336. Your dreams require action, not just intention. Law 337. Every challenge strengthens you for the next one. Law 338. You can't change the world overnight, but you can change your world today. Law 339. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Law 340. Don't count the failures. Count the lessons. Law 341. Keep pushing, even when the road seems endless. Law 342. Life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think positive. Law 343. You can't change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Law 34. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Law 345. The most valuable things in life are the hardest to earn. Law 346. Your resilience is what will carry you through the hardest times. Law 347. Don't let yesterday's failures define today's success. Law 348. Focus on where you want to go, not where you've been. Law 349. The journey may be difficult, but the destination is worth it. Law 350. Success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Law 351. The smallest step in the right direction can be the biggest step of your life. Law 352. Every accomplishment begins with the decision to try. Law 353. When you master your mind, you master your life. Law 354. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it's possible. Law 355. Your journey is unique. Don't compare it to others. Law 356. EACH. Obstacle is an opportunity to rise higher. Law 357. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when they are hard. Law 358. The key to success is focusing on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Law 359. Inaction is the greatest enemy of success. Law 360. Success is found in doing what others won't. Law 361. True change happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. Law 362. Don't be afraid to be different. Be afraid to be the same as everyone else. Law 363. What you focus on expands. Focus on solutions, not problems. Law 364. The price of greatness is responsibility. Law 365. The future depends on what you do in the present. Law 366. Success is not about luck. It's about preparation and persistence. Law 367. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger you become. Law 368. You are always stronger than you think. Law 369. Great things never come from staying in your comfort zone. Law 370. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Law 371. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Law 372. Every new level of life requires a new version of you. Law 373. Your thoughts create your reality. Choose them wisely. Law 374. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Law 375. The power of your dreams lies in your willingness to pursue them. Law 376. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Law 377. Growth happens when you confront your fears. Law 378. Every day is a new chance to rewrite your story. Law 379. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in a worthy cause. Law 380. Success is built on a foundation of small, consistent actions. Law 381. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Law 382. Your energy introduces you before you even speak. Law 383. The best way to overcome obstacles is to go through them. Law 384. Discipline turns dreams into reality. Law 385. Every experience, good or bad, is a lesson learned. Law 386. Don't let your past dictate your future. Law 387. You are the only person who can limit your greatness. Law 388. The secret of change is to focus all your energy on building the new. Law 389. Your life is as good as your mindset. Law 390. Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Law 391. Your growth is determined by your willingness to embrace discomfort. Law 392. What you seek is seeking you. Align your efforts with your desires. Law 393. Success is the result of a strong mindset, not just hard work. Law 394. You don't have to be the best. Just be better than you were yesterday. Law 395. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Law 396. Don't fear change. Fear staying the same. Law 397. The greatest risk is not taking any risks. Law 398. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Law 399. Don't let success go to your head, and don't let failure go to your heart. Law 400. The key to happiness is progress. Law 401. The path to success is paved with persistence. Law 402. Your attitude determines your altitude. Law 403. Where focus goes, energy flows. Law 404. Consistency is the secret ingredient to lasting success. Law 405. The harder you push, the closer you get to your breakthrough. Law 46. Your dreams don't have an expiration date. Keep going. Law 407. The real growth happens when you're uncomfortable. Law 408. What you give power to has power over you. Choose wisely. Law 49. You can either make excuses or make progress, but you can't do both. Law 410. Life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. Law 411. A positive mind will always find a way. Law 412. Every choice you make leads you closer to or further from your goals. Law 413. If IT doesn't challenge you, IT won't change you. Law 414. Your future self is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Law 415. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. Law 416. Success is a series of small wins. Law 417. The road to success is always under construction. Law 418. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Law 419. The way you start your day sets the tone for the rest of it. Law 420. Don't just work harder, work smarter. Law 421. Greatness is achieved when you're willing to do what others won't. Law 422. Never let your failures define you. Let them refine you. Law 423. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Law 424. What you focus on grows, so focus on what you want. Law 425. Don't let your circumstances dictate your future. Law 426. Every storm runs out of rain. Keep going. Law 427. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Law 428. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Law 429. The journey is more important than the destination. Law 430. What you practice in private, you'll be rewarded for in public. Law 431. Sometimes you have to take a step back to leap forward. Law 432. Your greatest weapon is your belief in yourself. Law 433. The power to change your life is always in your hands. Law 434. Failures are stepping stones to success. Law 435. Time is your most valuable asset. Use it wisely. Law 436. You are stronger than the excuses you make. Law 437. Believe in the magic of beginnings. Law 438. Every day is a second chance to start fresh. Law 439. Your vision will become clear when you focus on your goals, not your fears. Law 440. The only way to do the impossible is to believe it can be done. Law 441. You are the author of your life. Make it a masterpiece. Law 442. Your daily actions are the blueprint of your future. Law 443. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming what you thought you couldn't. Law 444. You can either complain about the rain or learn to dance in it. Law 445. A setback is a setup for a comeback. Law 446. Your success is determined by your discipline and perseverance. Law 447. Don't wait for opportunities. Create them. Law 448. Dreams don't come true just by wishing. They come true by working. Law 449. Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment you could be building yourself. Law 450. The secret to getting ahead is getting started.